In 1938, Swiss chemist Albert Hofmann discovered a new drug based on compounds found in the ergot fungus that was infecting rye used to make bread. This fungus became a serious danger during that time period. Albert Hofmann did not discover its hallucinogenic powers until 1943, when he had been working with the fungus and consumed a very small amount accidentally from his fingers. His trip was very intense, but the next day he woke up astonished. From that moment on, he dedicated his life's career to the study of the mind-altering drugs. Research on the drug continued through the 50s and 60s, but it became popular to use recreationally and for spiritual enlightenment. The popularity caused it to be deemed illegal in America by 1967.
Lysergic acid diethylamide, or more commonly known as acid, is a psychedelic drug with psychological effects. It is a non-toxic, non-addictive hallucinogen, which is a drug that causes hallucinations where users see images, hear sounds, and feel sensations that seem very real but do not exist. It is made from lysergic acid, which was first discovered in infectious ergot fungus or morning glory seeds, which is produced in crystal form in illegal laboratories. Its purest form is odorless, colorless, and has a slightly bitter taste. However, it is occasionally sold in liquid form, but can also be found as gelatin squares, tablets, or on an absorbent decorative paper, which is then absorbed on the tongue. A user in Canada would normally pay between 10 and 15 Canadian dollars per dose, which is 50 to 150 micrograms, about 2 to 6 uses.
LSD users experience trips that are commonly felt after ingesting an amount as small as 25 micrograms and kicks in about 30 to 90 minutes after ingestion, typically lasting about 8 to 12 hours. It works by triggering different brain receptors, such as the dopamine receptors, adrenergic receptors, glutamate receptors. However, the experience is most responsible for its effect on the serotonin receptor 5-HT2A. LSD will hit this receptor at an odd angle, causing it to trap the drug. Your brain responds by sucking in that now drugged receptor to try and break down the LSD attached. But this process takes up to 12 or more hours. However, you might only feel the trip for approximately 5 to 8 hours, but it can still be detected in urine for 2 to 5 days after the use. As mentioned earlier, LSD works by influencing the receptors involved in the regulation of serotonin, a neurotransmitter in the brain. When this system is disrupted by LSD, hallucinations are experienced. When tripping off acid, it is also likely to experience symptoms such as high blood pressure and heart rate, dilated pupils, and paranoia. Although LSD is not an addictive drug, some long-term effects on LSD users are LSD users quickly develop a high degree of tolerance to the drug's effects. They also experience mood swings, vision problems, difficulty separating reality from hallucinations, and possibly depression. However, it is a relief that there will be no damage to the brain due to this drug. There are many studies reported where LSD was provided medically to benefit patients. It is proposed through trial on advanced stage cancer patients that LSD could reduce pain in the terminally ill for days or even weeks by reducing the pain and dramatically reducing the fear of death or anxiety.
LSD was praised by many famous figures due to its innovation and creativity-boosting powers. For example, Steve Jobs credited his outside-of-the-box perspective to his experiences on LSD when younger. He said, "Taking LSD was a profound experience, one of the most important things in my life. LSD shows you that there's another side to the coin. It reinforced my sense of what was important, creating great things instead of making money. The Beatles also admit of being guilty of LSD influencing a lot of their songs, such as Lucy in the Sky of Diamonds and Day Tripper. They also admit they have even tripped on acid during interviews.